morning. It's Hakeem Profit. Hi, Ski.
Hey, Prop Queen. Good to be back. And I like what I saw from
Were
LeBron.
you
I mean,
sitting watching the Lakers game like giddy when LeBron was on the floor?
absolutely not. But I like what I saw. It's just what I expected. You don't got to do too much. Just, play the Draymond role, do a little here and there, pass the ball to everybody when they're open.
Here, okay, so the problem for me, and I was talking to your guy Dream, we were talking on Wednesday. We
Hmm.
said Reeves has been cooking. The teams looked good. Luca looked good. I mean, everyone's looked good. And then LeBron comes back, Mr. Ball Hog. You've got to let the team cook. And I know that he didn't play that much in game one, but you know LeBron's going to play throughout the season. How is it going to impact, especially for us who have been loving betting the Austin Reeves props?
Yeah, I mean, it might hurt his points prop quite a bit, but at the same time, LeBron is smart enough. He's seen what this team has been doing without him. He knows exactly what he needs to do to help the team, and he's a player who, he's capable of doing everything and making the right decisions. We've seen in situations where we've wanted him to score, he'll still pass. So Austin will be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I was just enjoying the no LeBron, no Lucas era for a little bit because we were able to take advantage of injuries. Where on the board tonight can we take advantage of some injuries in the prop market?
Well, I have at least 7 bets today. I haven't really bet a prop.
Okay,
I know
so
you're the
let's
prop
get to
queen.
where you've got some action. You said you like a lot of things on the board tonight. Where would you say is your favorite game to look at?
Um, well, a game where props. All right, I'll start at the top. A game where we should have a lot of points. I think Indiana and Cleveland. Um, Indiana, they've gotten healthier at the point guard position, and we know what their identity is. They want to play with pace and basically just try to outscore you. Their defense has been atrocious. The best they've been able to play, I think, was they gave up 118 to the Hornets recently, and that's terrible. If
Well, and
that's
their
the best you
offense
can do.
sucked too. The Pacers allowed they've scored the second least points per game this year.
But they're getting a little healthier. You get Matherin back in the lineup, and
Yes.
Matherin is an absolute bucket. So if
Yeah.
you're looking for somebody to score in a high-paced game with a high total, I might look at Matherin tonight for the Indiana Pacers.
Well,
But
that's
I
also
think this
that
game gets
hurt my
over.
Siakam. I found a great Siakam trend. When Matherin was out, Siakam was the
Mhm.
one putting up points, so we were fading the rebounds. But now with Matherin in, Siakam can take on that more defensive role again.
I agree. And they need Matherin to score. If Matherin doesn't
Yeah.
score, they're not really
It's
going to be
just
in those
Siakam.
games.
There's no one else.
Exactly.
Earl
So
said, "Do you like that over?"
I played it. I played it at 239.5.
Okay. You like the over tonight. And then just Rodriguez said, "Do you think Michael Porter Jr. is going to stay hot and still get you 25 plus?"
Um, I don't really like overs in that game. And the
Okay.
reason is both of those teams lately have been playing at the slowest pace in the league, 1 and 2. They just played each other recently, and I had under in that game. It started off high scoring, it died down. I just, in those games with slowest pace, I don't want to be betting a lot of overs. So that's my reasoning.
How legit is Houston? Because I know that this year I loved them, and now they're sitting in third. They're 10-3. Everyone was worried because Van Vliet was out. I truthfully wasn't worried because I wasn't betting on Van Vliet. I was betting on Houston's size, and the size has proven to be great defensively. But how much can they really maintain this in a tough West?
Well, I am one of those everyone. I like the trade when they made it. I thought Houston would be really good. When I saw Van Fleet get hurt, I was like, I don't know. They've looked really good. And tonight, I did bet the Rockets. I'll tell you that.
Hmm?
Um,
Why?
this is like a statement game for them. Like the way they played the Cavaliers, they wanted to show them their top team. It's going to be the same thing for the Nuggets. And first of all, the way the Nuggets have been playing lately, it's just been so lack of effort. And I just hate seeing that. Like they're not playing any defense, they're not rotating. They just think that, every game, no matter how much we're losing, we'll just come back and win. This Rockets team, they're playing hard from the tip. They're playing well right now. They're at home and they want to send a message. So I think they're playing a better basketball. I will take the Rockets tonight to win the game.
Miami also seemingly getting healthier. They get Bam Adebayo, their center, back this week. They're catching 2.5 against the Bulls. The Bulls this year, sitting in that 7th spot right now. They're 8-6 on the season, but defensively, they've seemed a little tougher, at least than years past, where their defense has been terrible.
I'm not buying anything Miami's been doing lately. Like, I think we got to just put some context to what we're looking at with Miami. They've played Golden State without Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond. They played the Knicks twice without Brunson. One of those Cleveland games was without Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley. They're not playing anybody. They beat the Hornets, Blazers. Okay, I'm supposed to be excited. I don't know. This is the same Miami team that, I mean, they ended Chicago's season last year in the play-in tournament. Chicago was playing well, and Miami, they beat Miami all 3 times throughout the season, and then Miami came in and held Chicago to their lowest points of the season. They held them to like 90. So I think Chicago remembers that. I like how Chicago's been playing since they got Giddy back. I would prefer Chicago in this game.
Oklahoma City, they're still in the first spot. They're 15-1 on the year. Absolute monster. Craig wants to know, do you see the Thunder winning over 70 this year?
Yes, because I mean, just think about. I mean, if you've been watching NBA that long, it doesn't seem that long to me, but I guess when I think about it, it is. That Warriors team that won what 73-9, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is exactly how they look. They're blowing teams out routinely on a nightly basis. They're a deep team. That's exactly what the Thunder are. They've had, or at least last year, they had the biggest point differential in history. They're doing it again this year. The Stars don't even have to play the fourth quarter. They're playing hard every single night. There's no reason why they can't reach 70.
Another game that stood out just a player that stood out this week, Derek Queen over in New Orleans. I bet him over his rebounds the night that he absolutely went off. However, I hate betting the Pelicans anything because Zion is always questionable, and you never know how Zion's going to impact a center. How do we approach the New Orleans Pelicans, who are getting the Dallas Mavericks tonight and are catching 4 points in Dallas?
Yeah, that's tough. My thing with that game is the Mavericks are not a team that's ready to give up and tank. I don't think they're a team that's really playing hard still and trying to win. And this is one of their winnable games. So if anything for the
That
Mavericks,
arena was so empty for that Knicks game, by the way. I was cracking up. Like, out of the half, there was nobody in their seats.
mhm. So the problem has been Dallas offense. If I think Dallas can win, it's mostly because I think they're going to play really good defense, and that makes me not want to bet any prop on the New Orleans side. So I don't like hearing New Orleans overs today.
Okay. Well, when Zion's out, I'm probably going to be betting Derek Queen. When Zion's in, I'm staying away. Derek Queen looked freaking
There,
awesome.
he did, and it took for the coach to get fired for them to start playing him.
I
Oh my
mean, to be
god,
fired this early in the season, shit really had to be hitting the fan.
yeah.
How about my Knicks? What do you think about my Knicks?
Almost forgot. Oh, I was like, do they play
No, they're
today?
not
Like they
playing. I
just
just meant overall.
overall. I think they have a good collection of players. I worry about if they can stay healthy. Just because there's injury history with a lot of these players. But if they can stay healthy, I think that they can make some noise in the East.
Make some noise, as in what?
Win the East,
Oh,
but
okay. Can
but
we
a
get a
team
Knicks
that
Lakers finals just for us to go head to head?
I don't think we'll get that. I don't
Me
even want to
either. New
get.
York would burn, and honestly, I can't have New York burning.
If I was to put money on a team, no, actually, nah. It's just a player I trust. So no, never mind.
Who? Who do you trust?
He's not even healthy right now. He's hurt. So Giannis, I think that he can take over and win a game, win the series. It's hard to bet against him being the best player on the floor, every night in the series. I know they didn't win last year, but I think you get a nice price, and I think that he would have a shot.
Well, today already you gave us the over in Pacers Cavs. Give us another play that you really like tonight in the association.
Um, I did take the Rockets. We talked about that.
Oh, right. You did take the Rockets.
Well, I'll go with Washington and Toronto. Hopefully this is. I think you
Wow,
still
that
get.
sounds like a game everyone's going to be turning on their TV.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to give you a winner. If you want to talk about
I
the
love
popular
it. No, I
game.
love it. It's great. I can't wait. Those are the best games to bet. Are you
Yeah,
betting a total, though? Because that's a 14.5-point spread right now.
I'm betting the Wizards team total under, and
Okay.
I bet on the Raptors defense a few times. They've been tested. They played the Cavaliers team that can play. They play up tempo. They score a lot, and they held the Cavaliers under their team total as well. The Raptors have held 9 of their last 10 opponents under their team total. They're just they're not they're locking down. The Wizards have been struggling to score lately. I think they're averaging like 108 their last 10 games. Um, and they've only hit this number, I think two of those last 10 games as well. So this is really just me betting on Toronto's defense. Like in the cup, these are the games you need to win by margin anyway. So I know that they can probably name their number on Toronto, but they can also hold them down. So I took team total under 113.
Now that we've got the cup under our belts for a season, how do you approach the cup games differently than you would a regular game?
Listen to the players who say they care about money. Bet on the younger teams who have potential because those are the guys who want the money more. The teams who are,
Except
probably
last year, right? That was the Lakers' year last year. They won the cup.
well, the teams who are gonna win the cup, I was gonna say, are not gonna win the championship. So it's gonna be one of those younger, hungrier teams. Usually,
So it's going to
usually.
be like in hockey, when you win the President's Trophy, you're not going to win the Stanley Cup. So now in the NBA, we're going to have the curse of the cup.
Sounds about right. I don't know
But
much
the
about
young
the.
teams are the teams, like if you get a young team who's catching points against a veteran team, you'll take points.
Yes.
Interesting. I like it. I know that when I was asking you about what you liked this weekend, you said, I've got a prop. You have a prop in the NFL on a team that, again, nobody wants to touch. But yet Hakeem is that kid that when you say, don't put your hand on the fire,
Yes,
don't touch the stove,
that's
Hakeem
me.
100% touched the stove. So he's going to touch, he's going to the Titans props. What do you like in Tennessee?
So I told you I already have 7 bets today, and you just mentioned that. So really quick, there was once somebody who told me that nobody wins betting value in the NBA. I was like, oh, okay, bet, word. And I did it. So